What it be? What it be? We live again another Tuesday. I had to relax last night, man. After this weekend, what was going on in football? I probably witnessed the worst weekend of officiating in football, probably across the country, everywhere. Um, Targeting calls, officials reacting off the crowd. Crazy things. I seen a video today where a kid gets disqualified and he went out there and just took the official right out. But we have a problem with officiating. But that's another story for another day. You already know it's Voice Sports Tuesday, but I always got to thank the people that helped me make this possible. Coastal Homes, Mark Wright. Give Mark a call. You're looking to buy a home. R&R Elite Recruits. Also, I got Emerson Kilgore 401 Strength and Fitness. If you're looking to go into college, get a trainer that has done it. They don't get it from YouTube. They don't pick up different plays and do all that thing. Go with somebody that has the experience. But you already know, it's Voice Sports. My man Wayne in the house. The AD's in the house. Shout out Corey, the Professor, Bailey. So we're going to bring Wayne on because nobody wants to hear me. You come in here to listen to Wayne.
Come on,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? What's good?
Come on, man. It's your birthday. You know how we do, man. We getting ready to turn up. It's Tuesday night, the Voice Reporter show, man. I'm excited. My man Mikey, hey, look, how was you? I heard you talk about your weekend. I know you over there looking good. You ready to go?
Always ready, always.
Man, hey, we got a couple great people that set to come on tonight. As always, we're going to continue to introduce you to all of the voice reporters that are moving around the country. And of course, I can't do this without the sensei, my man, my mellow. That's right. My man, the Professor, Clinton Robinson in the building. Got to get him in.
What's going on? Yes, sir. How y'all feel out there? How you feel? Mikey B.
Hi, how we doing, the Professor, man? I love your background, you styling.
Hey, appreciate it. Now you gotta bring in the fact finder. The girl got more degrees than the freezer handle. Bring her in. The AD, Laverne Tam is in the building. Where the AD at?
All right, welcome back.
She focused. Look, she's focused like Daniel's son. That's right. A&A Athletic Consultants in the building. Of course. Hey, and again, got to bring in my man. Hey, if you don't know, now you know. Representing for Kentucky, my man Corey Bozeman. Come on in. Let's have a talk with the Bows.
What's up, buddy?
Welcome, Corey. First time. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Got my G representing.
Man,
and I believe we should. Do we got I think we got DMV Bootman in the green room too, don't we?
Nope, yeah, Bailey.
Let's go. Let's bring in my man Dudley Irvin.
Nope, I don't think Dudley's in here yet, but I know that Bailey's up in there.
Bailey gets a special. Oh my God! Look, see the ratings about to go up.
Oh, yep. Your man DMV is here. Here we go.
I'm ponytail now.
The ratings will go up because she got the ponytail tonight, and of course we got Bootman in here. It's about to go down. My man Maryland Kiss.
Welcome, everybody, man. Love to have a full house up in here representing that youth football.
Indeed, what's going on?
Oh, we gonna have some fun. Now, typically, because of course, me, the Professor, and the AD are regulars. You guys, and of course, Bailey's my sidekick. If you see Batman, you guys see Robin. Just don't ask about the football team, and that Raven stuff. Hey. So we give everybody a chance to introduce themselves and say hello, tell who you are, where you from. See, already started. Right?
Already.
I'm not no fights tonight. No fights tonight.
Okay. They gotta remind you the great job the Steelers did.
see, there you go. I ain't messing with you, Corey. Please introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, where people can find you, and let the world know who you are. We can ready to get down to business tonight.
Man, Wayne, you know me. I stay busy 24/7. I got 3, sometimes 4 jobs, depending on what day of the week it is, man.
Hey, man.
It's facts, though. I worked 10-hour shifts, came home, cut 7 people. Now I'm back on the football stuff. But now
let's get it done.
My name's Corey Bobs. You can find me on Facebook, anywhere on social media at Football of Kentucky DBA. You can also find me at Talks the Boss Podcast, streaming on 8 social media platforms.
How did you get involved with Voice Sports, Corey?
I think I seen Wayne randomly like 6 or 7 years ago or 5 years ago, something like that, on Facebook, and just been kicking ever since. Honestly, I think that's how it happened.
Wayne, that happens with a lot of people. They just run into you randomly. I think everybody said, "Oh, it was kind of a freak thing." I just ran into him and we started talking youth sports. I think that's how Clinton said he met you. The professor on DAD. I think Samson.
Yeah, man.
You're a popular guy to run into.
Gathering. It's a beautiful gathering. But I think Kiss's story will be a little different. In that bottom box right there, that's my dog, my man Dudley Irvin, aka the DMV Boot Man. You know him if you see him. Come on, tell him about yourself, Coach.
Hey, well, I met Wayne by kicking his ass in Madden. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
we had a Madden group during the pandemic. I always heard of Wayne, but I didn't know who he was, and so we started this group, this Madden group. I met Wayne in there. I met the conductor. I already knew him from my sons playing with Westlake, doing battles with the conductor, and we just kicked it off from there. Wayne is a wonderful guy, and I'm gonna just keep rocking out with him because we A alike, B alike. You heard?
For real. Tell me he wasn't the Steelers, right? In Madden. Does he rock with the Steelers in Madden?
Nah, he wasn't.
Yeah, and he loses every time.
That's crazy. Nah, he wasn't the Steelers this time. I forget what team he was. I think we were in the same division. I'm not sure. I was the Colts, and
I had the Titans. I had the Titans. I had the cocaine white Titans.
Yeah, he was the Titans. I was running on him with the Colts. That's what I do. I run the ball. You know what I mean? But for everybody else that don't know me, I'm the DMV Boot Man. You can catch me at a local game near you, or maybe on a national level out in Savannah or Kentucky. And I got a boot, or Arizona, and I got a boot for the opposing team, because my team is going to definitely give you the boot.
Uh-oh.
That's what it's all about.
Hey, how come everybody says that about their team prior to getting on the field, though? Is that just part of it?
No. Yeah. Well, with us,
hey, look,
I'm just being honest.
What
age level?
Till we get out there.
Hey, I never have time, but I got time today. So what age level? Because you know what we got in the city of Louisville, not even just Kentucky.
All right, well,
everybody
here we go.
All right, so
here
check it out.
Go.
Right, so we've had my team, my peoples, with the hit squad. We had our Louisville run-ins with your almighty Chargers. Much respect to the Chargers. They beat us in Arizona, and then we just came from Louisville, and they beat us again.
Who'd y'all play?
Shout out to my man Dominic Bowler, the wonderful guy with the Louisville Chargers. He knows me very well. I know him very well. That whole coaching staff.
Dom's crazy.
Yes, my guy. We all show love, and this time I left the boot with them. So I bought it for them, thinking we was gonna give it to them. The plan didn't go according to that, and so I said, "Here, you can have it." He said the boot I gave him.
Also joining us
from last time.
Also joining us tonight, our representative in that town. If you don't know what that is, that's Indianapolis. Hey, you gotta love her. The R&B herself. Renee, what's going on, Mama? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Look, she got
we're getting ready to go into tournament.
Nice. That's what's up.
That's right.
So,
you definitely have to come on here and represent.
A couple different topics we're going to jump on today. Since we got enough people, Mikey, I think we should split them up into teams.
Uh-oh.
I think we should split them up into teams. So we got the AD, I think Corey, AD, Corey, and Renee. No. AD, Corey, and Bailey can all go in one group, and we're gonna put
Wayne,
professor who's the coach.
Let me ask you
Professor's
a question.
Professor's the ex-coach, Dudley's the ex-coach, and Miss Renee's the ex-coach. We're gonna put the coaches and the administration together. We're gonna have a conversation tonight on coaching various player types We're going to talk about, is it easier to coach younger or older players? And we'll move into the next phase. Since all of us are media, weird interviews. As an interviewer, how do you guide the dialogue, and how do you coach up someone on giving a great interview? This is some great information the kids will be able to use, whether you're on the youth level, middle school, high school, college, or even in the pros. You can enjoy this convo. We're going to kick it right here with some of the top media people around. And, of course, Bailey Scream went out because she's a Ravens fan. And if anybody got a problem with it, they can take a trip. They can take a trip to the Holy Moly Donut Shop. Holy moly donut shop.
Holy moly.
You can't come after me and
And you can keep the flies.
took a hard L.
That's right.
Respectfully, didn't the Raiders have more penalty yards than offensive yards in
And it
yesterday's
scratched
first
and
half?
sniff too. Smells donut-y.
Is that even
As
a
nutty as your choice.
That's not even a word. That's not
Right,
even a
thank you.
word.
It isn't.
Donut is a word for
Can I
me
copyright
because
it?
I'm a Steelers fan.
Oh.
See,
You could trademark
See?
that.
you might have to trademark it. You're gonna be the only one saying it.
All right, so the video for the various coaching player types, I wanted to make it interesting and great for people to watch. It's brought to you tonight by one of my great friends, Ha Davis. He does a great job of shooting the streams and this, that, and the other. So, Mike, if we can run that video, we're going to see the different player types, open up dialogue on it. Sit back and relax, y'all. We're going to have a good time. It's voice.
Give me 1 second, Wayne. Why don't you chop it
It's
up
the
for a
voice
little bit
reporters.
while I get this set up?
Hey Wayne, you think it's fair
I
to
got
put
one
me
for
and
you.
somebody
Got
like
one
AD
better.
on the same squad? You know we're very knowledgeable. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yes. Yes, that's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose. Again, tonight's show brought to you by our proud sponsors, Champion Drive Transportation. Get anywhere you want around the nation. That's right. DC, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania. How you get there, don't let the thought of how you get there strain you. Also, Dynamic Strength and Performance, proud sponsors of the Voice Reporters. We ready to go to the video now as Mikey get everything set up. I thought this joint was hilarious. My man does an incredible job.
Turn around, let me see the back of that jersey.
And we'll set the scene for
be headed to the hospital after the day, boy. Where are these goofies be at? When they say they doing all this and all that, tired of beating with you bums can't pay me enough to react. So the quarterback
I got some difficulty with that thing playing. It's skipping them out.
Father, I come to you humbly, actually let the paramedics get to work on time.
Yeah, I think it is. Hold on.
Everybody going to the hospital. Let's go.
It's skipping. So let's go to the different player types we had. We had the spiritual type.
I'm ready to work.
Give me 1 minute.
Energetic type.
How you feel? You running a route wrong, Bucko. Let me show you. You got to come back down.
The coaching type.
See what I'm saying? It's too easy. They can take both my hands, and I'll still catch everything. Hello? How much Nike got? 50 million? Tell them cut the check. Just do it. Feel good to be back.
The emotional. I got you. Keep going.
This is
The
my
emotional.
sanctuary. I'm ready to die in it. Put my heart in it. What time you supposed to start working out? Start working out at 12:30. It's 3:30, goofball. 3:30.
Oh my boy. Oh.
All right, Bucko.
3:30. I'm still starting up.
You said
And the nonchalant.
Lead the Ravens players out of it. Lead the Ravens players out of it.
Nigga, that was a bitch.
I don't know what happened.
All right, so we have right about now, Wayne, we got the top 5. You ready for it? You got the energy player, the praying player, the coaching player, the emotional player, and last but not least, the nonchalant player. That's what we got.
All right. Now, as we look at all 5 types of players, of course, we all deal with kids on different age levels, high school and up. If you had an option as a coach, which players would you say is easiest for you to coach and manage within your world of sports? We'll start with the AD.
At the end of the day, for me, whichever one's going to produce. However you get there, it's not my concern. I will meet you where you are. But at the end of the day, when I put you inside the line, I need production. And if you can't handle that, then come on, sit by me. And that's how my teams and my players and parents understand this dynamic when I coach.
That's my stuff. Now we're gonna let the ladies go first. We're gonna go to the rep for the other team. All right, RB, what's your thoughts on it? You got, especially with you having White Wolf in the house and all kinds of great kids up there in Indianapolis. Which one of the 5 players you would like to coach out of that set? She quiet. Look, she quiet. You hear me?
I am. I can't help it. Am I lagging?
No, we hear you.
I would say my if I had to pick out of those ones, probably the music one, because I'm not going to have the music on the field anyway. So that's easy to coach right out.
Yeah.
You're not going to have your earbuds on while you're playing football.
Okay.
They try.
That's got to be the easiest one to pick out.
Okay. So you eliminated the music player. So which one is your target? Okay. All right.
All
right, Bailey, come on. Tell me which
I
one
like
you
them
like.
emotional. Give me the emotional one, because I can talk through them.
All right.
I can talk through them.
Bailey?
Yes. That's me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, Bailey, who you got? You have the energy player, the praying player.
Come on, Bailey, talk to me.
The coaching player, the emotional player, or the nonchalant player?
Coaching player.
Ooh, got it.
How about the one getting that $50 million from Nike? That's the one I'm rocking with.
At least from my experience, the one is the coaching
Oh, I
player.
know that's the one that's on the list. Come on, CB.
You got the Ohio player in the house too, and
run him down for me again.
All right, Coach. Here we go.
Y'all don't have no coaching players in Baltimore.
Here we go. The energy player.
Back off my team. At least we won this week.
The energy player, the praying player, the coaching player, the emotional player, and the nonchalant player.
Give me emotional, because if you don't show emotion, I can't personally trust you.
Ooh, you got to have a heart. Coach says you got to have a heart.
Child or adult, if you show no emotion, I don't trust you.
There you go, Boots. Whoa, I know you've been waiting. I see the look in your eyes, man. Come on, tell me which one you're going with.
Hey, look, I would say the emotional, but I like the energy guy. I want the energy. I need the passion. I need you to be locked in. I need to see you ready to go every play. It's a violent sport. You got to be dialed in. You got to be energized. You
gotta love it.
Gotta go.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
We're now streaming live on Twitter too. On top of that, so that's something new.
Go.
So that's what's up. No, we got Wayne back at the bottom now.
You're good.
All right, Professor, come on, give me your choice. Give me your choice, Professor. Give me your choice.
Man, there ain't no other choice. It's got to be the one I did all the time. I was that guy. I got to go with that energy, because he reflects on to everybody else. If he comes with that type of emotion right there at the top, that hypes everybody up, and I guarantee they're gonna give 150%. So I'm gonna have to rock with the energy.
Boom.
All right, Wayne. Well, we come on, Coach. You know, Coach, ex-coach, ex-player, everything.
It's kind of tough for me. It's kind of tough for me because it's fastest to it, because pregame, I'm a music guy. I got to get in that zone. And once I get out my music, then I become the energy player. Once that energy player kick in and we already out here in the midst of the battle, that's when that coaching player come in. Baby, you got to cut that round off and catch that ball. So I think it's a little bit of all of them is in every player. As you go around and you travel from country to country and see them all, man, I think it's a beautiful orchestra of a great collection of all of those different facets. And I think that's what makes it really fun to watch, especially on the youth level, because they're far more animated than they are on the pro level. Anybody disagree?
No, I fully agree.
The only thing I disagree with, Wayne,
There we go.
is your choice in team.
Jesus. I tell you what we ain't gonna do, what we ain't finna do all night.
Yeah, she's gonna do that. She's going to do that.
I know.
You guys have no clue what I go through. You guys have no clue what I go through in the office every day. I'm telling you, bro. There's that when she sits here, dude. April Fool's Day. I'm gonna say this now, and I'm not trying to stray from the subject. April Fool's Day, dog. She changed all the passwords to "I love the Ravens." Do you know how pissed off I was when I opened up my computer? You cannot get you an intern that ain't on the same page. Don't get you a secretary that ain't on the same page. I love her to death, but I don't love the Ravens. I'm not typing that into my computer. I threw my phone into the wall. I had to get a new one.
You might as well get a new team.
Anyway,
You aren't winning either, so.
Hey, Coach Wayne.
Awesome. Man, talk to me.
Did your Steelers win yesterday?
Nope. Yes, you did win. The Ravens.
Wow.
My bad.
You see how they dog me on national television? They dog me on. I'm on iHeartRadio. Look, and Mike, you in on it too, Hood Skip?
I'm just saying. Yeah. They just look a little.
I didn't ask how it felt at the bottom with my Lions.
I'm just saying, you know.
Hey, my Giants won for the first
I'm used to it down here.
Here we go.
Patriots couldn't beat Tom Brady.
The Giants won.
Yes,
yep,
indeed.
sure did. Yes, sir.
Everybody team won but mine. Okay, there we go.
A lot of first-time winners, you know. Even the Jets won. That's bad when the Jets win and your team don't win.
The Jets will beat the Steelers, too.
Ooh, Lord.
Okay,
really?
That sounds like just...
That's how y'all feel tonight?
Yes.
This is like some Wayne slander. Yeah, this is Wayne slander tonight, man. Damn.
No, I'm getting ready to send this video footage. I'm going to send this footage to Mike Tomlin. This is what I go through when y'all don't handle business on Sunday. This is what I go through, Mike. I'm sending the video to you. Juju, stop doing TikToks. Listen to this video. They dogging me, bro.
Definitely gotta come to. Definitely gotta come to Sit Your Ass Down Hotel. Definitely got to come on in. I'm just saying, I heard the rooms is comfortable.
At least we ain't catch the donut.
I mean, salute to Aaron Rodgers. Salute to Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady for breaking some milestone records. And some of these records will never be touched ever again. Because you're not going to have this type of longevity in the NFL with this new generation coming in. I don't think these kids are going to be built to last. Like guys like, even your boy Big Ben been around a long time.
Yeah.
So salute to them guys that been putting in work, you know what I mean? And to break them records, 420. I love that number, miss. Aaron Rodgers, you should retire at 420. Don't throw another touchdown. But salute to him, salute to Brady, breaking them records.
Also entering into the green room.
This week.
We see the play doctor. You see the play doctor. My man Silky Smooth Sean Slade is in the building.
What it do?
Oh, yep. I got him. There he is. There he is. There he is. What's good? Welcome.
I almost forgot what he looked like.
What's happening?
Come on, fam. Look.
I heard some slander, so I knew I was right at home.
Hey, boo, man. Hey, boo, man, I got to get you and Play Doctor together so I can listen to y'all talk sports, man. It's crazy when you see these two guys. But, Sean, I want you to introduce yourself, let everybody know how you hooked up with Voice Sports and what you're doing here, man, so we can get down to business, man.
Oh, man, I'm Smooth Sean Slade, Silky Smooth, or Play Doctor. I got 1,000 names. You know how Wayne is. He give you everything. But, I met Wayne about 3 or 4 years ago. Met the Voice, and first I was just rocking it out. We were just close friends and stuff. But as a like last year, he was like, "Man, you really got a voice for this thing. You should try being a voice reporter." And I tried it out. I liked it, and I feel like I stepped into my lane now. So been prospering since with Voice Sports.
Nice. That's what's up.
And it might be unofficial, but I think I'm the youngest.
I also never beat him at Madden either.
Oh no, you'll never beat me at Madden.
Oh my goodness!
You guys have a Madden competition going on.
I think you need to play Blake. Oh, he play Blake.
Who is Blake?
My youngest son. He's
He
10.
need to play Blake.
He be smoking Wayne. He's 10.
Yeah, straight like that.
Can't lose to a
Golly.
10-year-old.
Yeah, he like that. Good.
All
It
right.
might be nice though.
See, look.
They could definitely play.
Hey, look, man. I thought I was generous because I ain't want you to call Child Protective Services on me, man. You know how it is.
Oh, Lord.
That's a bad
Well,
when he
listen.
wake up, hey, you know what?
All right, wait. What we got next? What we got next up for a topic? So we just talked about the type of players that
The next subject,
that
of
you would
course,
want to
is
coach.
weird
What we got?
interviews.
Interviews. Gotcha.
But before we get to the weird interviews, let me step in on the
Now we get ready to move on to interviews, and to be able to have.
I think Slade, you want to chime in? You want to chime in on the type of player that you would want to coach?
I think it's difficult to answer that question in a linear type of way because I think either way you got to have patience and you deal with something totally different on each hand. So with the younger players, it's good because you can kind of mold them the way you want. You can instill fundamentals and values that way. But a lot of times they're immature, so you might got to take your time to get it through because they're going to be goofing all talking about video games or not laser focused. Whereas an older player, they're going to be more mature and more focused, but they done been in the game for so many years that they might have bad habits. They might have skills and things they think they have or they think they got more knowledge than you. So it can be hard to get to them that way.
Awesome.
So I think
All
it's
right. So
and it's different.
Right. So what we went through was the category of these quick five. We'll just run down it real quick. The energy player, the praying player, the coaching player, the emotional player, or the nonchalant player. You get to choose one or a slight combination of two.
Give
energy.
me an energy and coaching guy 50-50 because I feel like energy is the one thing that there's no excuse for. You might not be the most skilled guy, you might not be the most athletic guy, but if you bring in that effort and you bring in that intensity and that energy, that's one thing you can't make up for. We call it heart. So I think heart, and then I think if you got heart like that, you're gonna have the respect of your teammates, so you can do some coaching while you're out there on the field too.
There you go. There you go. All right, Wayne, it's on you and the donut. Would it deflate? Are you blowing that thing up or are you smelling it?
Hey, I think it's scratch and sniff because it smells.
Look,
it smells
on,
real
man.
donut-y.
It's rubber, man. It's rubber.
I'm real life outside. Hold on, man. Use your scratch and sniff app. Use your scratch and sniff app.
Let me get that app.
It's not rubber. It's a pillow.
It's a pillow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's scratch and sniff app. You gotta use the scratch and sniff app so you can taste it. That's right. Now,
all right. Interviews.
With us being media mainly, with us being media and moving around the country in so many different areas, of course, the professor, the king of North Carolina, South Carolina, Bailey's in Baltimore, my man DMV Bootman, of course, everywhere, and of course R&B is in Indianapolis, and Sean is out here doing his thing in the DMV as well. We encounter a lot of student athletes, be it on the youth level, the middle school level, the high school level, and interview them. Before we get into it in depth, what would you say was the describe one of your worst interviews and maybe one of your best in a brief synopsis? Mm-hmm. And we'll start off with, I know Sean does a lot of them, so I'm gonna go with Smooth first on this
one. Let me think. I'm not gonna get into specifics. We're not gonna say names or anything. We'll talk about the situation. So the worst one I would say was a kid. He was just
you ain't gotta say names, but
he was real shy, and I didn't know this before, but he didn't really like talking. So like I'm up there trying to interview him, and I'm asking open-ended questions about like game plan, strategy, what happened out there on the field, and his responses was just like yes, no, or we got the win, or like just this like stuff that I can't really build off of, or like that's not moving the conversation along. So that's one of the worst. And then one of the best is one where I asked a simple question like, who do you try to emulate your game after? And then he just goes in the depth from like, well, I like this guy. I take this skill from him, this and them. And it's like, it was great because it turned into a natural conversation where we both just discussed the football that we both got passionate about. So it's like, I think it's important to ask those open-ended questions and make sure you can relate to your interviewee.
I like it. I like it.
Great
You
point.
definitely got to relate.
Does anybody feel like before you start an interview, it's important to do it? Do anybody feel like you got to give an icebreaker before you say 1, 2, 3, record?
I do.
A lot of times I try and get a kid to talk to me and relax, open up prior to even recording. So I think the icebreaker gives them a chance to take a breath, especially if they coming off the field. When you start talking about some of the highly intellectual athletes, regardless of them playing football or not, because you got some, man, look, like Crazy Glue and my man Hands Mafia, them boys get all straight A's, you know what I'm saying? What would you say? What would you say is some of the things that you haven't practiced their interviews prior to running into media, or do you think that's something they just do naturally, Boo Man?
I haven't had them practice. I think after you give them the platform.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I hear you.
I hear you.
I hear you.
Coach Wayne, can you hear me?
I think he has a delay on his for some reason.
Is it me? It just seems like it's lagging.
Yeah, you got a delay.
It's his lagging. Coach, we can all, the rest of us can hear you just fine, Coach Wu.
Okay. Yeah. So my children, my sons haven't had any practice with interviewing until after they had their first couple interviews on the Voice Sports with Wayne on his show maybe a year or two ago. My youngest son, he stutters. So usually, he'll be reserved and he's taking speech classes now to, come out of his shell. He's very, very he's a comedian. He likes to have fun. But that's usually after he warms up to individuals, just on a regular person type of situation. I don't really think he thinks about the fact that he stutters.
Right.
And we don't really know yet, but he'll talk. But I think he's very knowledgeable of the game, and he has a lot to say about the game. He's just not really too talkative. He's an introspective type of young individual, but once he opens up, he's able to, articulate that. For my oldest son, Chaser, Crazy Glue, he's yes sir, no sir, and so
the icebreaker portion.
Yeah, he's more sociable, and he'll be able to, talk and engage and have a dialogue with you. You know what I mean? But we never really practiced it at all, honestly. But I know now, moving forward, he has to prepare. If he continues doing what he's doing, with God's grace, he'll be getting interviewed. So same as Blake, and so they got to make sure they articulate very well and don't do the uhs and and things of that nature.
That's probably one of the harder things to get them away from doing, unless they're doing it on a regular basis, or and let's be real, some people aren't having their conversations with their kids like that. If it's the older generation or the younger generation, it's kind of they're all doing their own thing, and every now and then you got to come back and let's have this type of conversation and talk to the kids, especially if they're into their sports. They're into sports and they want to do these type of things. And like you say, getting interviewed on the regular, I want to ask those type of questions and that type, to see their response.
Yeah.
If you get as a parent, if you start getting with that and and all that, I don't believe nothing you say after that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe anything you come after that, I don't believe nothing you say. But you got to think about it. I mean, this is a simple question. How did school go? You want to know if I know something already. So we try to break them out of those habits.
Both I would let the ladies go. Let's see, Bailey, in your history of doing interviews, Bailey, did you find it was difficult to get kids to break the ice with some of them as you sat down and had conversations, and watching both of your brothers, did you think it's something that develops over time? Is that something you practice or learn behavior? What do you think your story of it?
So the kids that I interviewed were actually friends of mine, so it was very easy to break the ice, I guess, to say. But as for my brothers, I think that over time it definitely got easier for them, or they got more comfortable with it. Yeah, especially mostly Chance now than Trace, but with like his interviews, he's very. I think it just depends on the questions that are asked and the circumstance at the end of the game, because if
no doubt
there's definitely a change in attitude, a slight change in attitude. I wouldn't say like a big change, but only like notice that something that I noticed in him. And his answer is if they like lose, rather if you win, you're going to be more willing to talk and to talk about the game.
Awesome. R&B, give me your breakdown on it. When you go to do interviews, do you feel it's important to get the kids or the student athlete, the target person you having the conversation with, the loosen up first, or you just go right into who, what, where, when, how, and why?
I think it depends on the kid. If it's someone that I know, I can definitely go right to the questions. If it's someone I'm not too familiar with, I would do the icebreaker just to get them more comfortable with me as well as the whole situation, because I know being interviewed, it can be intimidating for anybody at any age, especially if you're younger.
Okay. R&B, out there in Indianapolis, I know you talk to a lot of student athletes. I know we had a lot of conversations with White Wolf directly. What would you say is the key to having a good interview with a student athlete that you approach? Renee?
Yes.
All my screens is flipping black. Okay.
Mine looks like I'm back.
Come on, talk to me, mama.
Yeah. So, as far as interviewing,
come on, talk to me. What is your?
On interviewing kids, honestly, I feel like it's a lot easier if you do an icebreaker if you don't already have an established relationship with them. Because if you have an established relationship, conversation just flows. I think with trust, that's where that icebreaker comes in, is because it kind of loosens you up, like you said, and gives you some trust factor, and you're more able to talk openly and freely without feeling the awkwardness of the camera in your face. I know that it's super important. It's one of the things that I like, that when you take kids to events, there is that aspect for them, because if they do intend to go to the next level and be one of the stars on that next level, they are definitely going to have to get comfortable with that. So just as far as reporters being prepared with questions to be able to lead the interview and kind of help, that I think is just as important.
Okay. AD, what do you think is the key components to having a great interview with a student athlete? And do you think icebreakers are important within that whole spectrum? Laverne. Wow, her screen is locked up. Okay.
I think she froze.
The reason I asked this question in general is that over the years, as we go around and we continue to travel and talk to different kids in different places, the response level sometimes is very distant. Sometimes the kids are very talkative. Some are very playful. Some are very mindful of what's going on and aware of their surroundings. I found that the best interviews I always had were ones where the kids felt comfortable talking to me, and I kind of had that advantage because they already had an expectation of how, I'm not gonna say loose, but I'm an approachable guy. So for everybody within this realm that does what we do on the youth sports level, be it the AD, be it Boot Man, because I've seen Kiss round kids, I've seen R&B round kids, and my man Sean, just the nickname fits. Smooth as hell, just walk up, hey player, what's going on with you, man? You had a good game, you did this, you did that, let's talk. You go right into the nook and cranny of things. Professor has a way of bringing out a smile in the kid. I think you really don't feel comfortable with the interview till the kid smile, huh, Clint?
Yeah, you gotta. I think the icebreaker is most definitely something that you have to get into. Letting the kid know that you're not there for any type of I'm not there to do you harm. I'm just, I'm a fan of you. Of course, if I bring you in the lab, I'm definitely a fan of you. And that's anywhere we go when it comes to voice sports. So definitely have to get that icebreaker, have that conversation beforehand, and just kind of, let the kid relax and get into it. A lot of them come up shy and I don't want to be on camera. I'm like, man, it's recording. Like, I can edit whatever. If we mess up, we can always start again. It's nothing to it. It's just me and you talking. So just talk like it's just me and you.
Awesome. Mikey, your thoughts?
All right, I'm back. I think the icebreaker is good, and I try to tell him that, this isn't really an interview. Let's just have a conversation, So I think talking to the student beforehand, I know that's kind of tough sometimes, and I just tell him, don't be nervous, just it's a conversation more than an interview.
No doubt. As we get ready to start to get towards that ending portion of the show, I typically give every person 5 minutes to rant on anything sports related that is important to them. And in the conclusion of that rant, you want to give people a way to get in contact with you and how to reach out to you. Many of us here have shows within the Voice Sports universe. I'm definitely gonna let Bailey go first because I know she probably has some things to do. I want to before you get mad and start saying all this Raven stuff. You look nice this evening. I appreciate you taking the time to join the group. You heard me say nice things. I ain't said nothing crap. We're gonna let you have the floor first. You got 3 minutes of fire. Go. You got 3 minutes of fire. Give me your speech. Give me your spiel. Go ahead. Check the clock.
My rant's not even about the Steelers this time. It's actually about Ole Miss and Alabama.
Okay.
I mean, that's the first part of my rant is how Lane Kiffin, kind of blew our offensive calls. And the people are, going off on him about how he said, grab your popcorn, and then his head said mic drop or whatever. I thought it was funny, but everybody else seems to not think it was very funny or professional, even though he actually went and made sure that everyone was okay and that they knew that wasn't disrespectful or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my first rant. The second rant is that Wayne still has the worst choice in team, and that he throws mad shade at me. Me and my burnt chicken that you call Ravens that you throw at me all the time, even though we won this weekend. And he guess who didn't? You. So you know what? Take your L and leave. I hope y'all all right. And that is my rant, even though that wasn't really a rant.
Awesome. Appreciate you coming on the show. My girl Bailey Campbell, the Crossroads representing. Now we're gonna get this 3 minute rant over. Look, don't get scared. Don't get scared. We get ready to get that 3 minutes of fire over to my man, the DMV boot man. Come on, Doug. You got 3 minutes to talk about any sport, any level, any issue. Do your thing.
All right. Well, I want to make a little acknowledgement to the little ranking that I seen with the AYF that came out today. Did you see those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, the top 10 AYF rankings for right now as of September 4th. If there was, if it was, let's say, the top 10 teams that would be selected in nationals to participate. It's a lot of smoke at the 10U level, the 11U level, the 12U level, and the 13. I only focus on those age groups because my sons play at the 10U level and the 12U level. Not to say that there isn't any smoke at the younger levels, but I want to say out of that list, the 11U and the 13U list is crazy.
Yep.
Is crazy. Now, I understand it can change as teams win and lose before that final 10 list comes out. And but if that is the list as of right now, if I could just only imagine how intense those games will be at that 11 and 13 level. All the other levels will be good as well, but I would be very, very in tuned and locked in if I was there to go and watch the 11 and 13U games. Seriously.
And that's an AYF. That's the AYF list.
Yeah, I think Darian, he put it out earlier today, and it looks really good. You know, I still
yeah.
You know, if it's me and I got to pick, I'm going 10U PME. I got to go 10U PME. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going PME. I'm going with my man Dakota Butler. You know, Natty Novocaine.
For real?
I'm going with Natty Novocaine. I'm going with Natty Weeze, Noah. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with them. You know what I mean? At the 10U. At 11U, I'm going straight mob style, baby. You got to go mob. BMV night mob style, mob. You know what I'm saying?
12 well, if you want to see that 10U PME team play this Saturday at Freedom High School, and you know I'm calling those games, so you need to make your way up to the press box.
Well, you know, I would love to, but my son got a game that day. Both of my sons got games that day, so I'm gonna be at their homecoming. Shout out to the White Oak Warriors. You feel me? You know, we
okay. It's home. It is homecoming for everybody.
Yeah,
everybody do a homecoming the same weekend.
Yeah, they got Montgomery Village on the slate, so you know it's gonna be a nice.
Ooh, the Chiefs.
Oof. You know, at 12U, of course, forever in the day. Going with my Hit Squad fam. You know, they the favorites to me, and I believe they're gonna bring it home. They're gonna bring it home. And then at the 13U, I mean, I guess they say I'm biased. It's the DMV, man. We going with them TikTok, tick, clock boys. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They gonna four-peat it, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna send out endless boots to anybody in Florida at AYF Nationals. You feel me? I'm gonna send the boots with the team because they coming back home with 4 rings. And I'm not a rapper. I digress. Man, much love to you. Everybody on here, man. It's a DMV boot, man.
Oh, man.
That's it.
Appreciate it. Now, now I'm glad you brought up that homecoming thing because there's a lot of homecomings taking place. You'll be in White Oak. I got PME on Saturday, and I got the War Eagles on Sunday. But my man right here next to me, my man Smooth, got the Unity Thunder joint. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes of fire. Give your 3 minutes of fire. Come on, set it up on.
Let's do it.
Do your thing, bro.
Catch me this Saturday at Northwood High School, October 9th, Unity Homecoming. Be there. I'm gonna be on the mic and I'm gonna be looking for some primetime players. So step up and do your thing on Saturday. Next up, y'all got me in this football lane, but I'm really an NBA fan, and preseason started like this weekend, so I'm geeking about that. I'm geeked about. I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead.
What else I got for you? Oh, Bailey, I like that. Ravens fans, we do that over here. We 3-1. I don't want to hear nothing about the Steelers, Bengals, none of that. Ravens, Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Wayne,
my fellow dirty bird.
No, we're not dirty birds. It's Ravens flop.
That's what he calls us.
That's what he calls us. The Broncos played dirty over the weekend, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. What else we got?
Wayne calls them. It's fine.
Definitely gotta take this time. Give a very special shout out to my man. I don't know if y'all saw it. Friday on ESPN, St. Francis Academy went out to California and took on De La Salle out there in California, in Concord, California. My man Michael Van Buren put on the show with 4 touchdowns in the first half and opened a lot of eyes. So I just want to take this time to shout out Michael Van Buren. And he made history, matter of fact. Only 3 quarterbacks in high school history have thrown for 4 touchdowns against De La Salle. He did it in the first half. The 3, Michael Van Buren, Matt Leinart, former Heisman winner, and DJ Ugalele, quarterback at Clemson right now. So I mean, that's just big. That's just big. And he did his in the first half. I don't know how long.
Hold on, you talking about Michael Van Buren from the Broncos? Bowie? He played Bowie?
Van Buren from Bowie. Got his first varsity start as a sophomore because Griffith was out with a concussion. Went to California and threw 4 touchdowns in the first half.
He did.
Picked up I want to say, don't call me, a Michigan, a Temple, and a Penn State offer since then, just over the weekend since he lit up De La Salle.
Wow.
I don't know how long it took. I don't know how long it took Leinart, but he did it in 2 quarters. Second half, he was just cool. I know he could have put up 7. And then lastly, I just want to end on something that I heard. A wise man once said, 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. The last third is covered by Trayvon Diggs. 5 interceptions through 4 games. Ain't nobody doing it like him. DMV's on. From friendship
like
collegiate.
you see how smooth this guy is, man.
Friendship collegiate to
you hear
Alabama.
how smooth he is, though? And you wonder why you're a Voice supporter.
People say he was a prospect last year. He had some rough times, but he turned up now. He up there in top 3, top 4 cornerbacks in the NFL. I don't want to hear nothing. DMV's on.
Can I say something, please? Since my man Smooth wants to give a shout out to Van Buren, I watched that game. That was
goodness. AD, you got the floor.
Oh,
what you call him saying? Somebody was speaking. DMV was speaking.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to skip my man's, but to Smooth, to go back with Smooth, since he wants to give a shout out to Van Buren, who did something, crazy. You know what I mean? Crazy in a good way. I want to also shout out a good friend of mine, a good friend of my son's, Denzel Gardner, the starting quarterback at DeMatha as a freshman. He's a 14-year-old. He's a 14-year-old, and he's been dogging. He's been killing. And I want to say this week they play St. Francis.
Yeah.
I think DeMatha plays St. Francis this weekend.
Good luck.
I am not sure, but
I think you're right. It's homecoming weekend.
Is a
Good luck.
14-year-old starting freshman at DeMatha, and he's lighting it up.
Boy said, man said, eat your Wheaties.
He's a Westlake Bulldog guy, a Watkins guy, and a couple of other teams, but he's a Westlake guy. And shout out to him because it's not easy to start at these top high schools as a freshman and doing a great job at it. So I just wanted to say that, give a shout out to my man, Denzel Gardner.
Outstanding. There it goes. AD, come on, give me 3 minutes of fire. Safety and awareness. Come on, talk to me.
Oh, wow. Safety and awareness. Okay, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and start on promo the upcoming this Monday at 12 noon. It's Labor Day. People will be in the house. Most kids don't have school because it's Indigenous Americans Day. Used to be called Columbus Day. It's holiday for most. So therefore, everybody will be in the house or somewhere near. So I want you to get your athletes, coaches, ADs, whatever you call it, to the internet, because the live stream on it is big. It's bigger than the game. No, it's bigger than sportsmanship. More than the game. Civility matters, and it's talking about the climate of uncivil behavior, as Mike was talking when it came on, talking about how people pushing the officials around, or pushing the coach because they didn't like the call, stuff like that. What we know that happens on the sidelines. We will be discussing that. We have Trey Johnson that used to play with the Redskins. That's one of the panelists. We have Daryl Haley that used to play with the New England Patriots. Butch McAdams is one of the panelists. And Akila Carter Francois from out there at San Jose University. And so the whole thing is to bring awareness about bringing civility back to sports, so that we can go into a sporting event and don't have to worry about a breakout in the crowd, something breaking out on the field, and people not being ready. So again, we talk about sports safety, people always think about just the health and wellness of the athlete on the field. I've talked about an injury, but we got to also think about the psychological injuries that happen when a kid is standing on the sideline screaming because their parent is getting pummeled possibly, or their parent is acting out of sorts, or the adults around them are running around. They can't find their parent. So we want to definitely bring it back all the way back to the essence.
Is there a website for that? What's the website for that?
I've shared it with you. It's on Eventbrite. You can register so that we'll know how many people we have registered for the event. And so it's welcome to everybody. It's going to be StreamYard. So if you want to be somebody that want to be one of the people that pop in and ask them the questions, please let me know. That way we can have you queued to come in and ask questions as well. Definitely with that. The second thing, big. All right. My people been seeing me posting things, and I mentioned it last week about the EACL fundraising program, where we're looking for more coaches. We're looking for nonprofit organizations. If you need fundraising support, booster club, your band, whatever the case may be, we want to help you regenerate funds through the gaming industry. So if you need funds, you are a nonprofit, you are a CBO, and you have access to individuals, let's go ahead and get you signed up to get you some finances rolling in. Up to $38,000 can be generated a year with monthly revenue. Now you don't have to go out and try to share, do a different type of fundraiser if you can, but you don't have to, because it's automatically generated because the tournaments are already set. And I heard you talk about you playing Madden, Dre. And so Madden is one of the games that we have on the platform. And it's more so for adults. And there's also everyone can win a prize. 16-man bracket, 16-player bracket. So therefore, it'll be matched up by your skill sets once you get in. So you can't run the game, run the board on everybody.
Hey, Wayne, no fake field goals.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so that's that. And then, of course, the last day of what? What are you doing?
Shots fired. She always shooting shots, man. I'm trying to.
So
I need a vest. I need a vest before she come on the show. So how would they go about finding out about that? You got the email, the website address?
Which part? The EACL fundraising?
The website address, phone number for that. Talk to me, mama.
The website. It's on.
The EAC going. Yeah.
So just hit me, and I'll follow up, because on one of my posts that I put up there on EACL, that's on my website. That's on my.
Clinton, you on the clock.
Makes it simple.
Ooh, well, first of all, I think we need to bring youth sports back to the youth. That would be one of my main rants. Bring it back to the youth. I think we're getting away from it being about the kids and more about the adults and or the coaches and their records and things of that nature. I just give it back to the youth. Let the kids go out there and have fun. If you ever noticed, if you called a game, or you've been at a game, after the 8U plays, the 10U plays, and the 12U play, well, if you ever sit back and look, by the time the 12U plays, you can look over in the end zone or behind the bleachers or over in the corner. You see the same teams that these coaches out there ripping and running about to pop a blood vessel over the same game. Those same kids are over there with their uniforms off, just got the pants on, and they're over there throwing around the football with the same kids that the coaches were sitting there trying to rivalry against or trying to, knock them in the dirt and all that other stuff. Those kids don't care. At the end of the day, those kids don't care. They just want to be out there playing football like anybody else. They want to go out there, enjoy a good game, and let it rock. I think we're getting away from it. Too much stuff has happened behind the scenes and sometimes even in front of the camera, bringing guns and all this other foolishness or drinks and all that other stuff to a football game, to a youth football game is getting out of hand. And I think we're steering away from it. The directors, commissioners, and everybody else, if you're letting this type of stuff happen, then shame on you, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a proven factor that your organization or your league is about trash if you're letting this stuff go on. Start controlling some of these coaches. Like the AD was saying earlier. Put your hands on a ref. Put your hands on anybody out there in the public eye will shame you 10 times more. I get it. We were raised a little bit different. All that stuff that happened in my house stayed in my house. I'll still tell you right now to this day, I'm not going to tell my mama and how many times I got a beating or what I got a beating for. But nowadays, stuff is just happening too much in public and just letting people get away with stuff. Coaches, as I shared with you guys earlier on the group, a coach going through and just, with the language and slapping the hands after a win. After a win, this is the aggression you come with. There's no more you got to say. Start letting these kids play on the field. Your biggest achievement will be in those 4 quarters. If you're doing what the hell you're supposed to be doing, and if you're doing it the right way, it'll show there on that field. So give the game back to the kids.
No doubt.
And I just want to add that
man. And I'll look at this from a kaleidoscopic approach, trying to be very open-minded about it. But as someone who controls the environment and the sound at the football fields, I want to address the music. When I say music, I've gone to several games and done them around the country in a lot of different places, and I'm going to tell you flat out, I'm not going to sit here and play trap music all day. I'm not going to I'm not going to sit here and play old school. I might give you some boom bap. I might throw an R&B track in there. I ain't throwing no slow jams up, but I'm definitely going to keep it funky. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta hit me
A
with
lot
the
of
pocket,
times
baby.
people come to the stadium and think that I'm supposed to play just the music to get these kids crunk on the field. Well, I hate to tell you this, but as an entertainer, ladies and gentlemen, my responsibility is to entertain those people in the bleachers. You know who's in the bleachers? The parents. So when I go to gear my playlist, I gear my playlist to get a response from people in the bleachers as well as when it's on the field. So as we continue to move forward and do things, be mindful of your environment and your surroundings. I swear, if I go to another game or watch another live stream where they play Phil Collins, I feel it in the air tonight. I'm going to scream and throw all the glizzies I can find at people. That is not a football song.
It doesn't have to be a football song.
That's no different. You said some place. Don't come to me talking about don't come up to the press box talking about can you play Tevin Campbell? Can we talk? That is not something that I'm gonna play. Don't come.
Hey,
Don't
Wayne,
come up
can
to
you
the
play
press box
in
and
the air by Phil Collins, please?
a clean version doesn't exist. Also, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna end my rant like this. Yes, we are 1-3. I said it was going to happen. I also said by week 7, Haskins will be starting. Leave me alone. In the words of my man, what's my man name? Ricky Smiley has
Little
a character
girl.
he plays
Leave me
called Little
alone.
Girl. Leave me alone.
Oh, Little Girl.
Because y'all
Little Girl.
I ain't come after y'all when we beat Buffalo. Leave it be. Again,
Hey,
I know we rebuilding. Look, that's
can you play Gladys Knight? Can you play Gladys Knight overtime?
Can you play in
Gladys
the air
Knight.
by Phil Collins?
Gladys Knight
What you talking
overtime. Overtime.
Look,
You
you
know
talking
the
about-
song. Don't act like you don't know the song.
Look at him. Hey, kids, he talking about play some Love Overboard or something. I ain't playing no Love Overboard.
Nah.
You gonna come up, you gonna walk up in the stadium and I'm sitting up there and all you gonna hear is boom, 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 boom. Yeah,
yo, CJ! Nah, bruh.
Straight like that. So again, hey, make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you get out, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy all the ambiance that comes with youth sports, middle school sports, as well as high school and college. The journey of these student athletes is epic, and we want to continue to document it as with as much class and have as much fun and energy as well as entertain and educate. Again, it is edutainment from our perspective. As we come up on the 103 time frame, 105 is usually our target goal. I turn it over to my man Mikey.
That's it, yo. You guys been a great group. If I got to say something, I'm sure it's happening everywhere. The high school no contest rule with COVID. I see teams using it right now to get an unfair advantage with their seeding going into the playoffs because a no contest win is a no contest win. I see teams that are going to take an L. They'll say, you know what? We got a few kids that might have COVID. We can't play this week. So now it don't hurt your standings. Because there's no contest and it's happening all over the country. The rule has to change. You can't play, you got COVID. I'm sorry, it's a forfeit. Because people are using it now to skate away from big divisional games and it becomes a no contest, and then it's going to hurt somebody that earned their way into the playoffs. And you got a team that plays 3 games for the season. You got another team that plays 8 games, and they have the same winning percentage because you can't fault them because they didn't play because of COVID. So that rule has to change across high school football everywhere. I'm sorry you have COVID. I'm sorry your team can't go, but it's a forfeit. There's too many people that are working very too hard to get on these fields, and for these coaches to use it as a strategy is ridiculous.
So do they have to eventually see? I mean, do they have to eventually go back and see that team? I mean, you would think that you'd have to.
No, there's no. Based on the NFHS rules, you have no time really. What are you going to play? Tuesday? You don't have the 5 days in between a game for the players to rest. You know, you can't have that physical contact within so many days. So no, and a lot of leagues
I was talking
don't
about
have
like
the
playoffs. Like playoffs or something, like you'd eventually have to see that team again if you go to playoffs. If you get that, you know, that record and you get to get in there, I don't think you'd have to see that team again.
I don't understand how an 8-0 team can be bracketed against a 3-0 team and they still consider the same because they both undefeated.
Because it's go by win percentage now. It don't go by win-loss no more. It goes by a win percentage now. You play 3 games and you no contest the rest of them, you still have a perfect winning percentage.
High percentage.
So the team that's 8-0 also has the same winning percentage, but you technically did it in 3 games because the other games never happened.
They should have that little asterisk at the bottom. Minimum 6 or 7 games played.
But then you're faulting them for having COVID. You know what? Take the forfeit. Take the 2-0 loss. You know, because I'm seeing too many teams now that are really fighting their way, that work their butts off all year. And you have these teams that played a couple easy games. Now let me go a couple weeks on COVID. And there's no way to prove it. All the coach got to tell the athletic director is, I got a few kids that can't play. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it over and over. And now it's being used as a strategic weapon.
Man. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Voice Reporter Show. For my man, the Professor Clinton Robinson, the Crossroads Bailey Campbell, the AD Laverne Champion Amica, of course, my homie, you know, the play Dr. Smooth Sean Slade, and of course, DMV Bootman, aka Maryland Kiss, my man Dudley Irvin. I'm Wayne the Voice Matthews of Voice Sports for Champion Drive Transportation, Dynamic Strength Performance, Caldwell Banker, and a couple of other different sponsors. Yo, we appreciate you following us, like, love, and share everywhere. Also for my man Corey Bowles, representing for Kentucky DBA, and everybody else that didn't have a chance to show up. We'll be back every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock to 9:30. Hit us up. Go to the Voice Sports page. Check out and become a part of the Voice Sports universe. We're always somewhere around the football. See tomorrow's stars today.
Hey, Coach Wayne, I made a mistake. It's the Mather versus Gonzaga Friday. Go check it out.
That's gonna be a really good game.
That's still a good. That's even better.
Good. Did that even make it even better?
Yeah, check that
out. It might be some bad blood in that game. I just seen something on Instagram of a bird with an arrow through it, bleeding with no wings. They said Eagles can't fly if they don't have their wings. I don't know.
Ooh, Lord, I don't even know what that. Yeah,
I love that.
Well, be like Smooth said, better eat your Wheaties. Might as well go ahead and eat the bowl and the spoon too. Eat the bowl and the spoon
did you
too.
Notice that he didn't have to? You notice he didn't have to yell or scream, but everything he said was smooth. And stuck with you.
That's how he gets his name. That's what we do. Y'all already look. Wow. There you go.
There you go.
Try to tell him, hey, we hustle different, baby, all day.
All day, Bailey. Tell your Ravens don't play around power lines. Don't play around power lines.
You know
Ravens.
what? Big Ben got to eat his Wheaties in the bowl and the spoon, and maybe he'll
turn your hate light off. You always shining in my face. You can't see me.
Big Ben might need to stop eating.
Big Ben retired.
Appreciate y'all.
I'm told. Hey, look, and the sad part is, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. Even though he took a $14 million, I think a $4 million pay cut, $5 million pay cut. Yeah, come on. When he sit down, we can go get the pieces we need. It's all good. As long as I ain't had to hear nothing from no Dallas fans tonight, we in there.
Ooh, no lie. Hey, y'all make sure y'all tune in next Tuesday. This same thing goes down one more again. Y'all know what it is. Voice Sports. We out.
All right, everybody. We out. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.
You nervous with butterflies in your stomach? Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with this. I'm spontaneous, I'm smart, dangerous. My trainer told me to work. He ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship. I gotta hold down the city.